Today we're going to talk about a house possessed by a demon, maybe. Or rather, a book about a house possibly possessed by a demon, and that is the book Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. I'm a big Rachel Harrison fan, so when she comes out with a new book, I like to read it. And this one I had a lot of fun with. The whole story's premise is there were these three sisters. When they were growing up, their mom and dad got divorced. Their dad remarried. The mom and the dad, the girls would stay with the mom on the weekends and then go with their dad during the week. And the mom moves into this house that she claims is possessed by a demon. Although no one necessarily believes this because the mom is also a raging alcoholic and she's very quick to anger about things. So it seems more so maybe it's the mom doing the things that she claims are a demon. This goes on, it causes all kinds of emotional turmoil and misinterpreted things with their family and all kinds of animosity. The mom's sister hates the girl's father because, she knows that he wronged the sister, and then they're like, well, is that really true? And, was there really a demon? Is that even possible? This, that, and the other. And the girls were so young that they don't really seem to remember it. And the two older ones, see, we follow the main character, Cleo, and she's the youngest. And I think when they finally were out of that house with their mother, and then they didn't see their mother again, she was like 7. So she has very unclear memories of that time. And they find out that the mom passed away and there's going to be a funeral. And so the two older daughters refuse to go. They don't want to go. But Cleo decides she's going to go. And then they find out that the mom left them the house that was supposedly possessed by the demon. They're all kind of in shock and surprised because they didn't think that she still had it. They thought she sold it a long time ago. And then come to find out that she actually died in that house. We have some weirdness going on. And Cleo decides that she's going to take the reins and she's going to renovate the house. They're going to get it out of their lives once and for all. So she's going to go and stay there and renovate it, flip it, and then they'll sell it and be done with it. And so she gets there and, mysterious stuff starts happening. Like the fan starts going without anyone having anything to do with it. And a couple of nights she sleeps there. She wakes up and she's like the opposite way in bed that she was. She went to bed with her head on the pillow and then she wakes up with her head on the foot of the bed. And then another time she wakes up and she's like on the floor. Doesn't know how that happens. Writes it off as like, oh, maybe I had a little bit too much to drink. I don't know. But the longer she's at the house, the more she learns. And also her mother had written a book which was called Demon of Edgewood Drive, the true story of a suburban haunting. But the girls had promised their dad that they would never read it. Okay, so Cleo finds a copy, or at least part of a copy, in the house, and she starts to read it. And this starts to trigger memories that may or may not have happened. But the longer she stays there, weird stuff starts to happen where she starts to think, okay, maybe my mom wasn't crazy and this house is literally possessed by a demon. But, no one's probably going to believe her. So as she gets deeper into the story, she starts to vaguely remember stuff because in the book that her mom wrote, a lot of it is about her and her communication with this demon that was said to be there. So this is a story about the dynamic between sisters, family trauma, paranormal activity. It's a haunted house story as well. It's haunted, but it's possessed. So it's not quite haunted, but still kind of, it has that haunted house vibe because stuff is happening that is weird in the house. Other things that happen to Cleo that are strange, she has a sketchbook that she sketches stuff in here and there. She works in the fashion industry, and she's an influencer, so she has she sketches out things from time to time, and one night she falls asleep, wakes up, and there's something in there that she didn't remember doing. So strange stuff like that. And for the first chunk of the book, it's all denial and oh, it could be because of this, or trying to rationalize unrational things that are happening. So I love that about it. I love the way Rachel Harrison writes. They always seem to be page turners. I still think my favorite though is Cackle, but this one also great. Couldn't wait to see what was going to happen next. I don't think I was ever truly scared. I feel like it was a horror on a more milder scale, and it was just overall a very intriguing, mysterious Will the family ever believe that this is actually real? Do the sisters really not remember any of the supposed like weird stuff that happened that may not have actually been the mom? Are they holding stuff back? Is the dad holding stuff back? Why didn't he want them to read this book? Why is that? Did the dad have an affair and lied about it? And so it definitely holds your attention because you're like, what is true and what is not true, you know? Like, you really want to know what's going on and get to the bottom of this. And I thought it was a fantastic, fun read. If you like that kind of like haunted house, paranormal kind of vibe, like I said, it's a possession. It's not exactly a haunting, but it's kind of in that vein. And if you like Rachel Harrison and the way she writes, I would definitely recommend Play Nice. I know this was also on a lot of people's favorite horror that they read in 2025. So if that sounds interesting to you, definitely check it out. And if you enjoyed hanging out today, hit that subscribe button, come back, see me again, and we'll talk about more bookish things and weird stuff.